You're watching Eastern and Southern Kentucky's #1 source for news. WYMT Mountain News at 6 starts now.
Severe storms lead to numerous tornado warnings, and there are reports of damage across the state. Good evening, everyone. I'm Steve Hensley.
And I'm Katie Roach. We have been on the air almost all afternoon covering the storms moving across the state.
It is finally, though, starting to calm down. Chief Meteorologist Jim Caldwell joins us now with the very latest. Jim, it's been quite a February 29th.
Yeah. Normally, of course, it would have been March 1st, and that's more believable, right, than it being in February. But it was really rocking us hard for several hours here, not just in eastern Kentucky, but other parts of the Commonwealth as well. Our live pinpoint Doppler radar getting a bit of a break, though. Still have some pockets of some very heavy rain crossing over through Harlan, Letcher, over into Bell County as well. And all of these locations, by the way, also under the gun for severe weather just a little while ago. Still have some active flash flood warnings. That's the only thing we have left as far as warnings are concerned. You can see from Jackson County down toward Rockcastle County. You can see all of them running up until 8 o'clock due to some pretty heavy rain. Now they're getting a little more of that rainfall as some more energy is working through. It doesn't look like it's going to have quite the same potential as what we were seeing a little bit earlier, but nonetheless, at least at this point in time, we still have an active tornado watch up until 9 o'clock. So it covers everybody across southeastern Kentucky, but the main threat may have already passed through, and now the atmosphere has had a bit of a workout. So now we'll see what happens here for the next 30 minutes, next hour or so, and see what happens with this tornado watch. But quite a bit of severe weather rolling through here. A little earlier, guys. Calm now, but we could be, unfortunately, doing it again maybe on Friday, as folks across Kentucky are once again under a slight risk for severe weather, which is what we were under for the bulk of the day, and then they increased the threat level to moderate across another part of Kentucky, including some of our counties a few hours ago. So we could see it all again maybe Friday.
Yeah, so calm tomorrow, and then maybe let's do it again Friday.
And when
hopefully we won't.
And when you say calm tomorrow, it's going to be gorgeous, sunny, nice, pleasant, and then we do more storms.
All right, Jim, thank you very much. We'll check back with you in a few minutes. Well, some of the worst damage today appears to be in Morgan County.
Officials there declared a state of emergency. WIMT's Melissa Edizade is in hard-hit West Liberty and joins us now live with more. Melissa.
We're outside of Woodman to the World. Let's go ahead and just give you a look at this damage right now. As you can see, there is really nothing left of this building. Now, this complex has a lot of businesses attached, one being a flea market and one of them being Country Carpet. And as you can see, the windows of the store are blown out. Now, they've been covered with some, wood to make sure that nothing flies in. Everything inside, though, destroyed. Now, you see there's significant damage in this complex, but this isn't the only place this has happened. It's actually happened throughout the entire county. Just in this area alone, we have trees down, signs ripped, cars smashed by debris, and snapped power lines hanging everywhere. Now, I spoke to the judge executive here, Conley, and he tells me that these reports of the houses, barns, and buildings are coming in at rapid speed. We talked to Patty Hutchinson, one of the owners of the Woodman of the World, and she says that she is just devastated by this loss. At this time, there are no reports of any bodily injury from this storm, only structural damage. Now, officials here are trying to determine if this was just straight line winds or if this was a tornado. They say they have many unconfirmed reports of seeing funnel clouds in the area. We're live in Morgan County. Melissa Edizade, WYMT 57 Mountain News.
All right, Melissa, thank you very much. We'll have more from Morgan County and across the state as we continue to survey the damage and get reports in. Coming up tonight at 11, several areas out in central and western Kentucky were hit hard as well as some other states today. Even some deaths reported in other states. No deaths reported, fortunately, here in Kentucky, but certainly it's been a terrible day for severe weather in many areas. And again, we'll have much more coming up at 11. Now to some other news tonight. February has been a hard month for American drivers who have been hit with an 8% spike in the price of gas.
Officials say the #1 factor influencing the increase of gas prices is speculation. The fear that there might be another war or an economic crisis is affecting supply and demand on crude oil. Despite the reasoning, customers say this hike is affecting their everyday lifestyle.
Definitely staying home more, carpooling more, just, anything to try to save a few dollars. If we're all going out, we'll all get in one car and just split the gas between all of us,
Currently in New York, trading oil is topping out at $108, and gas is already above $4 a gallon in some states.
A wet, dry vote in London is less than a week away now, and things are heating up.
This controversial subject has people talking in London, and now some are even turning to the media to get their message out there.
Larry Mahoney drank locally purchased alcohol and drove his truck the wrong way on I-71 near
It sends a strong message,
killing 27 people. Most were children.
showing how deadly drunk driving can be.
It was all senseless. It was all as a result of one person drinking too much alcohol and getting behind the wheel and driving down the road without any control whatsoever.
As a wet, dry vote looms closer, Citizens United Against Alcohol are making sure their voice is heard.
We've had a couple of mailings going out. We've done some TV commercials and radio commercials, and we'll be doing so pretty heavily until next Tuesday on Election Day.
All to show that alcohol brings no positive impacts, but others think selling packaged alcohol will actually increase safety.
The way it's now, everybody goes up to the restaurants and they get drunk and then they drive home drunk.
Travis Jackson says with packaged sales, people could just buy alcohol and then drink it at home.
I've been behind a few people I know they've left those bars, and I don't want to be a bad receiving end of one of those wrecks.
But ultimately, it's up to the people of London whether they want to expand alcohol sales in the city.
Citizens United Against Alcohol also ran another TV advertisement showing the cities of Cumberland and Jellicoe, but WIMT management has decided to not run that ad anymore because it is distasteful and shows those cities in a bad light.
Prestonsburg police made another arrest today in their fight against drugs, this time near a school. Police say they got an anonymous tip that Whitney McCourt was selling drugs just yards away from Prestonsburg High School. After some undercover work, they obtained a search warrant for McCourt's temporary home. They say when they searched the apartment, they found several kinds of narcotics and a large amount of money.
She is a drug dealer. She's not one that sold a pill here or there. She's absolutely selling drugs and making a profit on it, and has been.
McCourt was arrested and charged with several counts of drug trafficking.
A car crash puts a mother in jail and her 6-week-old twins in the hospital.
The Knox County Sheriff's Office says Shannon Messer crashed while drunk and walked away from the scene, leaving the babies inside the car. WIMT's Sean Moody spoke to one of the people who found the babies in that wrecked car.
People who saw the wreck say this is the car Shannon Messer was driving when she went off the roadway and slammed into a fence with her 6-week-old twin daughters inside.
I was really panicked. I couldn't stop shaking.
Kimberly Brock says she was at home when Messer's car came down an embankment around 4:30 yesterday afternoon. She recognized the car and jumped to help when she realized Messer's young twin daughters were inside.
The baby was laying in the floorboard, and it had glass on its head. I just thought, if I move these babies, is something going to happen to them? I didn't know what to do.
Kimberly says she and her boyfriend brought the girls inside and waited for help. The twins were airlifted to University of Tennessee Hospital, but Messer is now sitting in the Knox County Jail. The sheriff says she was under the influence of drugs or alcohol when she crashed.
I feel bad for her, but I feel worse for the kids. As a mother, it's really hard to imagine, what was going through her mind and them poor little babies.
This evening, there's no word on the conditions of those two girls. Messer faces 2 counts of wanton endangerment and 1 count of DUI. We went to the Knox County Jail to try and talk with Ms. Messer about the incident, but she denied that interview request. In Knox County, Sean Moody, WKYT 27 News First.
Sean, thank you. Messer was treated for minor injuries at the Knox County Hospital.
Police in Pike County are still searching for an inmate who escaped during work release around noon yesterday. 32-year-old James Adams was out cutting trees in the Mossy Bottom area with 8 other inmates when he was sent to get supplies from a truck and did not return. He is a white man, 6 feet tall with short brown hair and brown eyes, weighing around 195 pounds. He has tattoos on both arms. Anyone with information should call state police.
A court date is set for March 6th for a London man who faces attempted murder charges after allegedly badly injuring his sister's boyfriend. London police say 22-year-old Tony Howard went to an apartment at the Dogwood Hills complex and stabbed 31-year-old Doug Harris several times earlier this month. Harris was flown to UK hospital. Howard remains in the Laurel County Detention Center on a $50,000 cash bond.
Former Upper Big Branch Mine Security Chief Huey Stover was sentenced today to 3 years in prison. Stover was the security chief of the mine in April of 2010 when an explosion killed 29 men. He was found guilty of lying to investigators last October. The U.S. attorney sought a 25-year sentence.
Meanwhile, the latest round of federal impact inspections of U.S. mines resulted in 235 citations and 16 orders. Officials with the Mine Safety and Health Administration say coal mines accounted for 171 citations and 15 orders issued during January's inspections. MSHA began those impact inspections after the Upper Big Branch mine explosion.
Coming up on Mountain News at 6, a Kentucky House panel passed a proposed bill today that would ban synthetic marijuana.
And 3 years later, a woman's family is still searching for answers after she disappeared.
Hospitals from across the nation applied for National Hospital of the Year, including prestigious names like Johns Hopkins Hospital, UCLA Medical Center, Cincinnati Children's Hospital, Cabell Huntington Hospital, and Vanderbilt University Hospital.
But only one hospital can be the nation's top hospital, and we're proud to announce that once again, the honor goes to Pikeville Medical Center.
In the last year, Pikeville Medical Center has announced an affiliation with Cleveland Clinic Heart Surgery, opened a new $10 million emergency room.
Work has begun on a $100 million expansion, including a 1,000-space parking garage and a new medical office building.
Add to this list a commitment to excellence and dedication to the people of our region, and you get the National Hospital of the Year.
Hello, everybody. I'm Walter May, President and CEO of Pikeville Medical Center, and we're still the one.
Pikeville Medical Center, the nation's only repeat winner of the National Hospital of the Year.
What would you call an ordinary breakfast pastry that's been wrapped in a flaky crust, stuffed with a gooey center, toasted up all golden brown, then given a delicious design? A toaster strudel. Pillsbury toaster strudel. So delicious, so fun.
Hey, honey.
Mom, we're dying.
No, you're not. You're just hungry. Make some Totino's pizza rolls.
We don't have any.
Front. Left. Totino's.
Well done, Mom. Less drama, more fun. Totino's Pizza Rolls.
Wednesday's Powerball jackpot is $40 million.
Here we are.
I still can't believe my dad let us even touch his new car.
Oh, yeah?
I think it came with the car. Hey. Wait!
The Trunk Monkey Chaparral version, an innovative idea you'll only find at Tincher Williams Chevrolet Buick Pontiac GMC.
3 years have passed now since a Pike County woman disappeared.
Crystal Branham Hall vanished from Pikeville on March 1st of 2009. Her family and police are still searching for her. WIMT's Angela Sparkman has more.
Myrtle Branham is raising her granddaughter's 3 young sons.
About every other day they ask about their mother.
Their mother, Crystal Branham Hall, disappeared 3 years ago.
And she always called her boys at night time to tell them good night, no matter where she was at.
Hall has not called her son since March 1st, 2009.
Oh, she just would not just up and left without telling where she was going or something.
Hall was last seen that March 1st at her sister's apartment on Kentucky Avenue in Pikeville. The family says she was on the phone with a friend and then said someone was at the back door. No one has seen or heard from her since then. Her purse and coat were still in the apartment when she vanished.
I am very worried that something happened to her. I feel that something has happened to her.
State police have looked for her ever since she went missing and are still investigating. The family begs anyone who knows what happened to Crystal to come forward and tell police.
It's very sad to have somebody missing and you can't hear no words at all, at all. But I'm hoping soon and keep praying, that we might hear something.
Branham says finding her is all she wants. In Pike County, Angela Sparkman, WIMT 57 Mountain News.
Anyone with information on Crystal Branham Hall should call the state police post in Pikeville at 606-433-7711.
A Kentucky House panel passed a bill that will ban the sale of synthetic drugs statewide. House Bill 481 would set harsh consequences for stores selling the synthetic marijuana, bath salts, or other substances found in some stores under names like Sparkle, Scooby Snacks, or Head Trip. Stores caught selling the incense or potpourri packets could face steep fines or even lose their liquor licenses. Lawmakers viewed a police video of a suspect allegedly high on the synthetic drugs before they unanimously passed the bill.
This bill identifies those substances but takes what's called the class approach and begins to ban or outlaw classes of compounds. So it takes compound X, any variation of that compound is now banned and illegal.
The issue now goes to the full House floor for consideration.
Many counties in our coverage area have already banned synthetic marijuana, and as House Bill 481 moves through the legislature, we were curious if those county bans were working. Laurel County's ban has been in place for about a month. They had received numerous complaints from schools about students using the substances, but Laurel County Sheriff John Root says the ban is working and most people are complying.
We've had less complaints from school officials, and we're not seeing it nothing like we were. You know, there were several stores here in the local area that stocked it on their shelves. We're not seeing that.
The sheriff's office did raid one store last week for noncompliance, but overall the sheriff says the ban is helping.
We are going to keep our current web poll up for the rest of the week. We are asking if you agree with House Bill 463, which includes the release of inmates who have not served their full sentences. You can vote now on WYMTnews.com. We'll have the final results Friday on First at 4.
Later in sports, several local high school athletes signed to play football with the U-Pike Bears. We'll tell you who.
And one local baseball player signed his first professional baseball contract. That and the latest weather coming up.
I was hit from behind by a drunk.
Cliff called attorney Ray Jones to protect his rights.
Ray worked on my case relentlessly.
The lawyer you choose makes a difference.
He's the man to do the job.
Accident, injury, call Ray Jones.
So, this is delicious.
Okay.
Is this where we're at now? Just eat whatever tastes good? Like these sweet honey clusters?
Actually, there's a half a day's worth of fiber in every...
Why stop at cereal? Bring on the pork chops and the hot fudge. Fantastic.
Are you done, sweetie?
Yeah.
Fiber beyond recognition. Fiber One.
Hey, I love your cereal there. It's got that sweet honey taste, but no way it's 80 calories, right? No way.
Lady, I just drive the truck.
Right? There's no way, right?
Have a nice day.
80 delicious calories. Fiber One.
Pikeville RV is making it easy to plan your family vacation. Load everyone up and head to Pikeville RV during the spring sale for unbeatable prices on one of the largest selections of RVs in the area. Bring in your tax refund or ask about our financing up to 15 years with rates as low as 4.99 APR and no payments up to 120 days with approved credit. Pikeville RV, making it easy to plan your next family vacation. Come in today for huge savings during the spring sale.
I had a family member who was in a horrible truck wreck. We got handed thousands of dollars of medical bills and we needed help.
Attorney Ray Jones protected their rights.
No one could have picked a better law firm.
Injured? Call Ray Jones.
He saved us.
And now, Sky Alert weather featuring Pinpoint Doppler, Eastern and Southern Kentucky's most dependable forecast. Sponsored by Community Trust Bank, building communities built on trust.
We already have reports of confirmed tornadoes out in western Kentucky earlier today. Looking at the damage in Morgan County, I would not be surprised if that was also caused by a tornado. A lot of damage there. That seems to be the worst area, though, in our region.
So far, it certainly looks that way now. People are out across, with southern Kentucky and into Harlan County. Those places probably assessing what's happened over the last few hours. because a lot of that just wrapping up right before we actually came on the air at 6 o'clock. Our live pinpoint Doppler radar is still active. I mean, we do have some showers, maybe even some thunderstorms still moving through the area, but nothing anywhere close to what we were dealing with a little while ago. Still a few counties under the gun here with flash flood warnings. Here is that information for you. Breathitt, Estill, Jackson, Lee, Owsley, Pulaski, a very small section of Pulaski, Rockcastle, and Wolfe counties. You have flash flood potential. Now you got more storms kind of moving through, more rainfall at least, and you might run into some more issues because of that. And as of this point in time, our tornado watch is still active. I expect we'll see some changes go through with this over the next few hours. They might be watching some of the other storms that are out in other parts of Kentucky, but not a big deal out of those just yet. But tornado watch, again, at this point up until 9 o'clock. We go ahead and look ahead to Friday. Tomorrow, we're in the clear. It's going to be a really nice day. Friday, severe weather chances are back again. A slight risk all across Kentucky. That's why we started out the day. Then they bumped it up to moderate. There's only 3 levels, slight, moderate, and high risk. And we got into the middle section here in eastern Kentucky for the potential of some damaging winds and tornadic activity. Our temperatures haven't backed off very much at all. It's still 66 degrees in Middlesbrough, 59 in Jackson, 57 in London. Still very, very warm. The frontal boundary hasn't crossed Kentucky yet, but it will, and then we'll have another frontal boundary come into play. So here you go, back through time. You see all the showers and thunderstorms as they have progressed through Kentucky today, and on the backside you see one more line, not as intense, but of some showers and maybe thunder showers also associated with that particular area, and more tornado watch boxes going out there across Virginia, West Virginia, and throughout parts of southeastern Kentucky here, and even somewhat into northeastern Kentucky and into Ohio as more energy is on the way. So here's the way this looks tonight. We'll start the clock at 6:30. You see the front interacting, and so it could ignite some thunderstorms as it presses on through Ohio and the rest of eastern Kentucky and into West Virginia. The next one starts to roll in and allows more warm air to come swinging into Kentucky, and that will help the instability in the atmosphere. Kind of like almost the same setup we had getting into this mess. There you see the 3-day forecast, up to a 70% chance of showers and storms on Friday. However, this time, when the front passes through, it's really going to make its presence known, not only with the storms, but even with some cooler air as we go into the weekend. And by the way, Sunday, maybe late Sunday, we could run into a few flakes of snow. Not a big deal, but by the time all this ends, at least a few out there.
But at least a very nice start to March tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, it's going to look really good. And then it just looks kind of bad. Let's check our route and countdown. And talking about a revival over at the Poor Bottom Free Will Baptist Church, March 7th through the 11th.
When you see news happening, dial star 57 or text your news tip to 5757. Services provided by Appalachian Wireless. You always get more with Appalachian Wireless.
This is A Rich Full Life, something to celebrate. Sponsored by Community Trust Bank. Building communities, built on trust.
Happy 65th anniversary to Sterling and Murdy Cottle of Jeremiah. Happy 82nd birthday to Joan Little of Elkhorn City. Happy 75th birthday to LaWanda Brock of Stony Fork.
If you know someone 75 years or older, or someone married 50 years or more who lives in eastern Kentucky, you may register online at WYMTnews.com.
All right, team. This new Walters Nissan dealership in Pikeville has got to be the best ever.
I can't believe she took out the water slide.
There's no water slide.
Okay, focus. Now we're open for business and we've got to move some cars out of here now. Any ideas?
Lower prices or payments?
Put prices and payments in the window.
Okay, we'll do it.
Does this mean we can have the water slide?
Get upfront pricing and payments at the dealership that's open, no matter the chaos. Walters Nissan on North Mayo Trail in Pikeville.
So you've been injured in a car wreck and you're asking yourself, should I hire an attorney or should I deal with the insurance company myself? The answer is yes, you need an attorney.
Insurance company statistics show that people represented by an attorney were compensated 2 to 3 times more than those who were not.
Don't settle for less than you deserve.
Contact Johnson Law Firm in Pikeville, Kentucky for a free confidential consultation. At Johnson Law Firm, the lawyer works for you.
Great!
great. That's how you're going to feel at the Big Sandy Great 5-Day Sale going on now. And when we say great, it's great.
And now, Sealy and Big Sandy have teamed together to bring you this exclusive memory foam triple choice. This 8-inch queen set is just $5.99. This 10-inch queen set, $7.99. And this luxurious 12-inch memory foam queen set, $9.99. Plus, get up to 4 years interest-free.
Our once-a-season Great 5-Day Sale. Hurry! Ends Tuesday at Big Sandy.
For some reason, those 5 food groups sound a whole lot better when you put them in a taco shell instead of a pyramid. Old El Paso, and you gotta have Mexican.
Scooter, the Progresso chicken noodle you made is so good. It's got tender white meat chicken the way I always made it for you. One more thing, those PJs you like, I bought you 5 new pairs. Love you.
Did you see the hockey game last night?
Progresso, you gotta taste this soup.
WYMT Mountain Sports, sponsored by Appalachian Wireless. You always get more with Appalachian Wireless.
If the college basketball regular season was to end today, 2 members of the Wildcat program would be receiving conference honors. That, according to ESPN.com. The website has head coach John Calipari and Wildcat forward Anthony Davis as their choice for the SEC Coach and Player of the Year. Coach Cal is currently 28-1 this season and has yet to lose at Rupp Arena as the coach of the Cats, while Davis, in just his freshman season, leads the team with just over 14 points, 9.8 boards, and 4.8 blocks per game. Now, the SEC did release their regular season awards for the women, and several Cats find themselves receiving honors, but none bigger than junior guard Adia Mathis being named the Conference Player of the Year. Mathis led the Cats in scoring, 3-point percentage, and steals per game. Freshman Bria Goss was named SEC Freshman of the Year, while Keela Snowden was named the Co-6 Woman of the Year. Well, moving on to baseball, former Perry Central and Lincoln Memorial baseball player John Couch has seen one of his dreams finally come true Tuesday. Couch has signed his first professional baseball contract, signing with the White Sands Pupfish of the Pecos League. In his senior season with the Rail Splitters, Couch hit .349 with 8 home runs and 52 RBI. We caught up with his former manager at Perry Central, Bobby Dixon.
When he went out there, he said he couldn't go to sleep at night knowing that if he didn't give it his last shot. So he's went out there and played hard and made a pro team, and I'm excited for him. It helps our program. It shows that our kids got the right work ethic, and you can make it if you work hard at it. And he's been a very good ambassador for Perry Central baseball.
We have several coverage area football players signed to play at the University of Pikeville today. Starting at Leslie County, Hobart Asher and Austin Collett are the newest members to the Bears program. These two were pivotal in helping the Eagles secure their first district championship in 2005. Both are ready to play at the next level.
I'm very excited. I can't wait to get down there and start working hard. I got to keep my mind on straight and work hard in school. Can't wait to get down there this summer and keep working. Hopefully I can help them a lot this year.
You know, I can bring a lot to them because my athleticism, I play about anywhere they want me to. I feel like if they need help anywhere, I can just come in and take a spot and, you know, do whatever I can.
Also signing with the Bears football program, Class 1A football state champ Jake Fields. Fields played center for the Bulldogs in his one season at Hazard. Fields will join teammates B.J. Combs, Dylan Logan, Jordan Hampton, Zach Blanton, and Eric Mason, who all signed with the Bears during the offseason.
Well, I love the area over there, and I love all the coaches. Coach Holland, the offensive coordinator, my dad coached him in high school, so it was like back at home. Feel really comfortable with them, and plus go and play with all my buddies, make me feel close at home.
U-Pike continued their shopping spree of coverage area players today over at Letcher Central. The Bears signed 3 Cougars to their roster today, including Sidney Fields, Corey Stewart, and Caleb Baker. It is now time to announce our Sykes Players of the Week for their performance last week. We begin with the girls. The award this week goes to Shelby Valley junior guard Brianna Fraley. Fraley scored 15 points, recorded 12 boards, and had 8 steals in the 59th District Championship over rival Pikeville. How about on the boys' side of things? The honor goes to Sheldon Clark sophomore Justin Johnson. In 2 games last week, Johnson averaged 17.5 points, 14 boards, and he helped lead the Cardinals to their first district title in 8 years. Congratulations to Brianna Fraley and Shelby Valley and Justin Johnson of Sheldon Clark, our Sykes Players of the Week. We'll be right back.
Where do you go when you need to know? Stay informed by using your cell phone. Simply use your cell network and go to WYMT2Go.com. News, weather, sports, and so much more. Sponsored by Appalachian Wireless.
Great news! There's an exciting new game called Kentucky's 5-Card Cash that's easy to play with 2 ways to cash in on the fun. Your quick pick ticket could win an instant free play or up to $5,000. That same ticket could win an additional $100,000 during the nightly drawing. All you need is $2 and some luck, which I happen to have in spades. Play 5-Card Cash, new from the Kentucky Lottery.
Are you suffering from Niederrubin-Naus syndrome or NRNS? When I say corned beef, do you make an involuntary yummy sound? Ever suck Thousand Island dressing through a straw? Help is here. Arby's classic Reuben sandwich.
Freshly carved corned beef topped with Swiss sauerkraut and Thousand Island dressing. Made fresh for you on toasty marble rye. And for extreme cases of NRNS, we recommend the new Super Reuben with corned beef and turkey for twice the meat. Arby's, it's good mood food.
Hi, I'm U-Pike Coach Kelly Wells, and I'd like you to meet the smallest member of my team. It's the Milestone X2 from Appalachian Wireless, and it outplays the competition on every level. Stay connected to the internet when you're on the go. With a digital camera and high-def video, tons of apps too. Best of all, it's from Appalachian Wireless, so you know you're getting great deals and great coverage. Ready to add some power to your lineup? Take a look at the Milestone X2. You always get more with Appalachian Wireless.
Closed captioning, sponsored by Sykes Enterprises, celebrating 5 years and now hiring in Perry County.
Now it's time for tonight's Sykes Mountain Student Achiever. Savannah Griffith is a senior at Paintsville High School, where she has a 4.0 GPA. She's a member of her school's cheerleading squad and is a class representative. Congratulations, Savannah, tonight's Sykes Mountain Student Achiever. Thanks so much for joining us tonight. Much more storm coverage coming up at 11. Good night, everyone.
Good night.